to be made accused. And here's the complete story. The Enforcement Directorate has contended before the Delhi High Court that it shall make the Aam Aadmi Party or AAP an accused in the money laundering case associated with the alleged Delhi liquor policy scam. The ED made this submission before the court while opposing the bail plea of former Delhi Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia in the money laundering case. The agency said that AAP will be made a co-accused in the next charge sheet, which shall be filed in the case. The counsel representing the ED further said that there were concerted efforts being made by the accused people to delay the process of framing of charges in the case. The Enforcement Directorate has accused several leaders of the Aam Aadmi Party of accepting kickbacks in return for formulating a liquor policy favorable to the interest of the South Group, an alleged group consisting of liquor businessmen as well as politicians. The agency has also claimed that a portion of the alleged proceeds of the crime was being used by the Aam Aadmi Party to fund its election campaign for the Goa Assembly elections. The Aam Aadmi Party, on the other hand, has denied any wrongdoing and said that the agency has not been able to establish the trail of money. And to know more about this and to weigh in on this entire sequence of events, I am being joined by my colleague Ashok Bagria in the studio. Ashok, hi. Ashok, the first question, which when the news broke, in the newsroom, they all said, what is the difference between an individual and an entity? And I'm saying that because 51 days Arvind Kejriwal was behind bars. Now the entity being AAP. Is there a difference, Ashok?
Yeah. In law, there is difference between a company and the people manning the company. So let me give you an analogy. Let's take a corporate entity. That is an organization. In the eyes of law, the company is a separate legal entity. The CEO of the company is a separate entity. And the actions, for the actions of the CEO, the company can be made vicariously liable. Now that is the position in company law. This principle has been also followed in criminal law when the vicarious liability is to be fixed. So there have been instances when in accident cases where somebody causes an accident and runs away and that person does not have a insurance. Then who does the liability stick to? Will the driver pay the compensation to the victim or the owner of the vehicle? So in law, the courts have held that not just the driver but also the owner of the vehicle will be liable to pay the victim. The driver is directly liable, but the owner of the vehicle is vicariously liable. Here, drawing from that analogy and extrapolating it in this scenario, what the Enforcement Directorate is doing is that, look, here we have investigated an offence and we believe that the proceeds of the crime were taken in the name of this particular political party and the national convener was given, national convener and other party members were given the money, proceeds of the crime. This situation was actually arose in October 2023 when the Supreme Court was dealing with Manish Sisodia's bail plea and that was the first time that Justice Sanjeev Khanna, who was hearing the bail plea, asked the Enforcement Directorate that considering that you have collected so much material against these people whom you are arresting and your assertion is that the proceeds of the crime went to the party, which is the political party, then why have you not made the political party an accused? And at that point in time, the ED had said that they would go on to make it. And interestingly, a month back, the same position was asserted by the Delhi High Court, Justice Swarnikant Sharma, when she dismissed Arvind Kejriwal's petition challenging the legality of the ED arrest.
All right. But Ashok, what I want to know is, does it get more like, dicey for the Aam Aadmi Party starting from here? Because the ED said 250 petitions, only 17 arrests were made so far. Now, I want to know whether it gets tough going forward from this, or we are jumping the gun, as it were.
Well, I don't know it's going to get tough or not, but considering that the ED is making sure that the number of criminal cases that are being filed against the Aam Aadmi Party, the functionaries of the Aam Aadmi Party, so that these people are not able to escape easily. But what will clinch the deal in favor of either the Enforcement Directorate or the accused in this particular case, which is Arvind Kejriwal and other office bearers of Aam Aadmi Party, is if there is a direct material connecting them to their story.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, ED has come up with the story that a liquor policy was put in place to benefit the southern lobby.
Yeah.
The southern lobby comprised of liquor businessmen and politicians.
Yeah.
Those people paid off money to Arvind Kejriwal and Aam Aadmi Party for that policy be drawn in their favor. But there is still money. You know, the money trail has to be there.
Exactly.
The money has to be recovered.
Yes.
That has not been recovered, which makes the case weak. But we really don't know. At the moment, the investigation, the probe is still going on.
All right. And on that note, thank you so much, Ashok Bagria, for joining us on this broadcast. And let's move on to the next story at this hour. The Aam Aadmi Party has acknowledged the allegations of misbehavior and assault on its Rajya Sabha MP Swati Maliwal at Arvind Kejriwal's residence. AAP MP Sanjay Singh termed it a condemnable incident and said that Arvind Kejriwal's personal assistant Vaibhav Kumar had misbehaved with Maliwal while she had waited for Arvind Kejriwal at his residence on Monday. Sanjay Singh added that the Chief Minister had taken cognizance of the matter and shall take appropriate action.
कल सुबह अरविंद केजरीवाल जी के आवास पर स्वाति मालीवाल जी मिलने के लिए पहुंची थी, ड्राइंग रूम में इंतजार कर रही थी। इस बीच विभव कुमार जी वहां पे आते हैं और उन्होंने स्वाति मालीवाल जी के साथ बहुत बदतमीजी की, अभद्रता की। इस पूरे मामले की जानकारी 112 नंबर पे कॉल करके स्वाति मालीवाल जी ने पुलिस को दी। इस घटना की जितनी निंदा की जाए कम है। अरविंद केजरीवाल जी ने पूरी घटना को संज्ञान में लिया है और इस पूरे मामले में सख्त कार्रवाई करने को कहा है। जहां तक स्वाति मालीवाल जी का प्रश्न है, स्वाति मालीवाल जी ने देश के लिए, समाज के लिए बड़े काम किए हैं। पार्टी की पुरानी और सीनियर लीडर में से एक हैं। हम सब उनके साथ हैं और निश्चित रूप से ये जो पूरा प्रकरण हुआ है, इसको मुख्यमंत्री जी ने गंभीरता में संज्ञान में लिया है और इस पे कार्रवाई करेंगे।